Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin as we are heading into a new trading week. Yeah, not much happened towards the weekly candle close. Maybe the market is sort of waiting for the not the interest rate decision, the inflation data on, I think it's Tuesday it's coming out. So put that date in your diary. Tuesday, we might see additional volatility. Bitcoin not doing much. It's basically took the weekend off and spent a bit of time around the 37K level. Not much happened since Friday, really. So we are still dealing here on the daily chart with that, primarily with the wide wave structure. So for anybody who's new, just to explain again, we have 5 waves up of the November lows 2022 into the April highs. Then a corrective move down in what we call a wave 2. It's a corrective structure, which is correcting the impulse that happened before to the upside. Then we're watching here at the moment for a 5-wave move to the upside again. That would be wave 1 of wave 3. It's a pretty clear 5-wave move. So if this comes down in a wave 2 again, then we have a 1-2-1-2 setup, which could lead to quite an aggressive bull market in a third wave, basically then in a third wave of a third wave. But for that, 2 things need to happen. First of all, we need to complete the wave 1 here, and then we need to come down in a wave 2, and the support level needs to be holding. I have added a support area already for the pullback in wave 2. Support goes down to 27,280. Now that might be a little bit different from exchange to exchange, okay? But that's sort of what we're watching for, that level, the 78.6 retracement level. As long as we're holding above that level, the bull market is quite robust and strong. And any move below that will weaken the chart. And we are dealing with the invalidation below 24,910, 24,910. But the 78.6 retracement level is support, which means that, this entire area can act as support, but down there, that's the critical bullish support where I say if we break below that level, I would get concerns about the continuation here to the upside. We might then see a much deeper pullback. The 5th wave at the moment that we're dealing with here could still extend a little higher. One more high would not be unusual. I would not rule that out. In fact, I'm actually leaning towards another high. And the next ideal levels on the daily time frame that we're watching are 38,270. And 43,000 here in the next extension, right? Basically to the upside. So we say normally a wave 1 would reach either the 38.2 extension, 61.8 extension, or 78.6 extension, especially in crypto, very reliable levels. That doesn't mean it has to stop there. It can certainly go higher. The thing is, if it goes higher, the chart tells us that something different might be going on. Very important. We're not saying that the market has to turn down before these levels are reached. The market will tell us, okay? The market will tell us if we're on the right track here or not. We've got 2 wave counts. One is, the primary count here is this wave 1, which ideally doesn't break above the 78.6 extension. But if we do that, then basically the alternative wave count will come into play. That would be a high B wave. So that would be a rather bearish scenario where we could at least expect deeper pullbacks going forward. In this scenario, the market would just continue to go, ideally, well, not ideally, but it could then go into the region between 43K and 50K, maybe even stretch to 58K. The market would likely overheat very much and would then come down much deeper. And we are dealing then with a much more complicated, messy structure that ideally we want to avoid. At the moment, we're dealing with an impulse, which is nice and easy price action. So best situation would be we come down in a wave 2 here and then rally in a third of a third wave, which would be likely very aggressive price action, and it's just not going to stop then. Okay, so we'll see if that happens. These are certainly the levels that I'm going to watch for next week or this week, depending on your time zone. Quick look at the Bitcoin dominance, still weakening at the moment, but still holding above the trend line. So the active local uptrend that started here in September last year is still active. So this uptrend is still active, still alive, okay? Funny that the Bitcoin dominance really reacted here to the 50% retracement level. even though, I mean, Bitcoin dominance isn't really a tradable asset. So the idea of mass sentiment, for a tradable asset doesn't really apply here so much. Nevertheless, it seems to react to these fib levels. Quite funny. So as I said before, an Elliott Wave count on Bitcoin dominance, not really reliable, but we can still use the method to track some structures. So that's what we're doing here. And for now, it's worked out. It moved higher, it pushed higher. We were waiting for one more high and it reacted to resistance. As I said in one of the last videos, this last wave up doesn't look very complete. So I would not mind another move up, maybe to 58%. Looking at the short-term price structure, not much happened really. Bitcoin just moved sideways. It could be some kind of a triangle that has been unfolding here when we really deal with the short term. Could even be that this wave 4 is a triangle and we're pushing higher. So as I said, I'm leaning towards the idea of one more high here, one more extension higher. That could take place here within the context of an Elliott Wave triangle. So basically that we have something like that: A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, E wave. Not sure if it's going to really play out like that. Oftentimes these triangles, especially on crypto charts, in this case, the expectation would be for a break to the upside from this triangle. Breakout point would be the B wave high at 37,560. But the idea, with these triangles, when they are a bit too obvious, they sometimes turn into something different. Yeah, there are just too many different and possible wave counts in corrections. But yeah, I mean, this is still definitely, it's a valid triangle. So let's see, maybe it does work out and breaks out to the upside from here. It should avoid a break below the C wave low at 36,700. If it does, it could still test the 35,860 level. But below that level, I will have to take the blue count completely off the chart. We could then still get one more extension in the yellow count, which would be just a bit of a deeper pullback in wave C or 4 before wave 5 starts. But we'll see. There are still options for extensions, but a break below this trend line, as I said in the last video, is likely going to lead to that pullback in this wave 4, in this wave 2. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, then check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. There are daily video updates and additional written updates, learning material, and we also cover the NASDAQ from time to time. So yeah, the link is in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great start to the week. Bye-bye.